welcome back to Nana Debbie's Kitchen. Today we're going to make Nana's sugar cookies. We're going to decorate them for Valentine's Day. We're going to start with 2 cups of butter, 1 cup vegetable oil, 1 cup powdered sugar. This is sifted too, by the way. All right, we're going to cream these together. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And this is optional, but 1 teaspoon almond extract. Actually, this says almond flavor. Then add 2 eggs, 1 at a time. In this bowl, I have 5 cups of sifted flour. I sifted a ½ teaspoon of salt in with that and 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Now we're going to add this in slowly. I usually end up wearing some of this before I'm done. I need to put a guard on this, I think. Alright, we have to refrigerate this. Why does plastic wrap stick to everything that you don't want it to? But when you want to stick to something, it's a pain. Alright, I'm going to refrigerate this. And it's not 30 minutes later or an hour later. It's been 2 days since I made the first part of this. I put the dough in the refrigerator and then a couple of things came up. So anyway, at first I thought the dough was not going to work because it was like kind of crumbly, but it's because it was just so cold. I let it set out for just a little bit and then started working with it, and it's nice and soft and it's fine. And I know for sure that you can even make this dough and freeze it and pull it out later and use it if you want. But we're going to do some cutout cookies. So I'm going to put some flour here on the side for my rolling pin and the cookie cutters. So I'm going to dip them in that. I'm going to try to get as many out of it as I can, because I know that the more that you have to re-roll your dough, the tougher it can get. So I'm going to try to get every little square inch of it that I can. Now, when I bake these, I'm going to put the same size cookies on the same size sheet, so they'll all bake the same. Isn't that pretty? If you want softer cookies, roll your dough to about 1/4 inch. If you want crisper cookies, roll it to like 1/8 inch. little tiny ones cut out too. And I'm just going to put them on this next sheet. Those are pretty. Re-roll the scraps. I don't want to use a whole lot of flour. Use as little as I can. I don't want to make them tough. I also don't want them sticking to everything either though, so. Put these in the oven for 10 to 12 minutes. I set it for 10 and we'll check them and we'll be back. A couple of pans of cookies done, and I have dough that was scraps that I need to roll out again. So I'm just going to flour my rolling pin. Really pretty with little scalloped edges. Okay, we're going to make some for our cookies, and the powdered sugar has to be sifted. 3 cups powdered sugar sifted, 3 to 4 tablespoons, half and half of milk. I'm using half and half, and I'm going to start with 2 because I can always add more. 2 tablespoons, half and half. 1/2 teaspoon vanilla, and this is vanilla I got in Mexico on one of the cruises we went on. Oh, it smells so good. Of course, I have to smell everything, but it does smell really good. And then 2 tablespoons light corn syrup. And I'll tell you something, had I put just a little spray of nonstick spray in this, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right there, because it would just slide out. That's okay. It's not that big a deal. If it was a half a cup of it or something, then this is 3. All right, I think that looks good. I added about another tablespoon of milk to this because it was a little bit thick when I put my cookie in it. I wanted to like suck it down in there or something. And then I'm just dropping them down in the icing bowl, picking them up as careful as I can so I don't break them. Now you can color this too if you want. Use gel food coloring and add just a little tiny bit at a time and stir it with a spoon till you feel like you have the color that you want. But I took mine, I tried one, and then I dipped it in that and let it sit for just a minute, and then I dipped it in this bowl of sprinkles. Or you can have this thicker and pipe around the edge and then make it thinner and then flood it. A lot of different things that you can do, and I would say do whatever it is that makes you happy. Okay, I've been dipping some of these in sugar. There's some pink ones and some red ones. And then I mixed up some more icing, and I put a couple of drops of food color in it, pink, and I left it kind of swirly looking. This is really pretty. Dip it in there. And then so it's got this pretty swirl effect. I love that. I think that's really different. And I will post pictures of these cookies whenever I'm through.